Dear Taurus, there is a tremor beneath your feet, a subtle yet unmistakable shift in the very ground you have worked so tirelessly to keep solid. You may be trying to ignore it, to dismiss it as a fleeting moment of anxiety, another wave of uncertainty to be endured. But you and I both know this is different. This is not a passing storm, it is the tectonic plates of your life beginning to move because you have remained still for far too long. It feels unsettling, I know. It feels like a threat to the world you have so carefully constructed, a world built on reliability, on predictability, on a strength that has become both your greatest asset and your most invisible cage. But the universe is not sending this tremor to destroy you. It is sending it to save you from a comfortable silence that has begun to cost you your soul. Because the truth you have been avoiding is finally surfacing. And while it may not be welcome, it is necessary. So, before we go any deeper into the heart of this transformation, I want you to take a breath and make a declaration with me. Let it be a signal to yourself, to the universe, that you are ready. Drop this into the comments below. I will not fear the cracks, for they are letting the light in. This isn't just about a decision you need to make or a path you need to choose. This goes so much deeper. This is about the fundamental belief you've held that stability is the ultimate prize. That as long as nothing is disrupted, you are safe. But who taught you that safety was more important than growth? When did you learn to equate the unknown with failure, to see change not as an adventure, but as a loss? That old lesson, learned in a time when you needed to be a rock to survive, is now the very thing holding you back. The universe is sending you a message, not as a gentle whisper, but as a clear and powerful summons. It is telling you that the time for deliberation is over. The moment to take that final, terrifying step is here. The doubts, the insecurities, the endless cycle of weighing pros and cons, that was the old energy, that was the voice of fear, masquerading as prudence. But now, a different part of you is awakening. Your intuition, a voice you have often silenced in favor of logic and practicality, is becoming sharper, more insistent. It is guiding you toward the precipice of a great change, urging you to leap. The path that felt blocked, uncertain, and shrouded in fog is beginning to clear, not because the path itself has changed, but because you are changing. You are finally allowing yourself to see the way forward, a way that is paved not with certainty, but with courage. This seismic shift is echoing most profoundly in the heart of your connections. There is a relationship, a bond with a special someone, where the silence has grown too loud. You feel it, don't you? That sense that something vital is missing. A disconnect that you've tried to rationalize or ignore. You've told yourself it's just a phase, that all relationships have their lulls. But the truth stirring within you knows better. This isn't a lull, it's a misalignment. And this is the moment to speak your truth. Not with aggression, not with blame, but with the quiet, unshakable strength of the self-love you have been cultivating in the lonely hours. It is time to put your needs on the table, not as demands, but as sacred truths. To communicate what you truly want, what you truly deserve. It feels risky, I know. Every fiber of your being screams that this could disrupt the peace, that it could lead to loss. But what is the peace you are preserving? Is it true harmony? Or is it the quiet tension of unspoken needs? True love, Taurus, is not built on one person's sacrifice. It is not about one person becoming a fortress to protect the other from their feelings. It is a dance of giving and receiving in balance, a space where both souls can grow. And if that space requires you to set new boundaries, to redefine the terms of the connection, then that is not a risk It is a sacred necessity. To settle for less is to betray the person you are becoming. To stay silent now is to agree to a life that no longer fits the shape of your expanding soul. This energy of profound change is not just in your heart, it is in the very fabric of your material world. The wheel of fortune is turning. And for you, Taurus, this is a monumental event. You are not a sign that takes change lightly. You prefer the slow, steady, deliberate build. But the universe has other plans. The period of instability you've been navigating, the worries about your job, your income, the gnawing anxiety about the future that was the pressure needed to force this transformation. The cards, the universe, your own soul, they are all confirming that this isn't a spiral downwards. It is the tense, gut-wrenching moment before the catapult releases. This is a key time, a sacred pause, to reflect on your long-term vision. Not just your goals, but your true, soul-deep desires. You may be facing a significant choice. A job that once felt secure now feels like a gilded cage. A career path that seemed practical now feels devoid of life. It's imperative that you remain calm. Not with the old calm of suppression, but with a new calm rooted in trust. Trust that what is falling away is making space for something better. The Wheel of Fortune is a powerful reminder that life is cyclical. What feels like a devastating loss is often the universe clearing the path for an opportunity that is more aligned with who you are now, not who you were when you made the original choice. This energy invites you to flow. And for you, Taurus, flowing can feel like a betrayal of your very nature. Your instinct is to dig in, to hold on, to resist the current. But this time, resistance is futile. This time, resistance is the source of your suffering. The challenges may feel immense, but the reward is not just a better job or more money. The reward is a profound personal and emotional evolution that will anchor you in a place of genuine satisfaction, not just comfortable security. The key is to shift your focus from what you might lose to what you are finally ready to call in. When you do that, the obstacles that seemed like mountains will begin to feel like stepping stones. Trust your intuition. It is the compass pointing you toward your own liberation. Take the step. Everything indicates that the outcome will be more than positive. It will be transformative. This is your moment to reclaim your power, to take the reins of your life, not with the tight grip of control, but with the gentle, confident hand of someone who trusts their own inner guidance. You are moving toward the success you so deeply desire, a success defined not by external accolades, but by inner peace and authentic expression. Now, let's speak of the past, because it is the shadow that has been dictating your present. You've heard the phrase, "The past no longer exists." But for you, Taurus, it has been a constant, living presence. It's the ghost in the room every time you face a choice between safety and risk. It's the emotional memory that tightens your stomach when things feel uncertain. To overcome the stagnation you've been experiencing, you must learn to live fully in the present. But you cannot do that until you make peace with what came before. It's so easy, isn't it, to end a difficult day and carry that heavy energy into the next, to let worry steal your sleep, to allow the anxieties of yesterday to poison the potential of tomorrow. You have to find a way to consciously release it, to unshackle yourself from the weight of what has been. This isn't about forgetting, it's about integrating. It's about finding your ritual of release. Perhaps it's a warm bath, allowing the water to wash away not just the day's grime, but its energetic residue. Perhaps it's the stillness of meditation, where you can observe your fears without becoming them. Perhaps it is finally speaking your truth to someone you trust, letting the words out so they no longer fester inside. Or perhaps it is simply putting your body in motion, exercising until you are too exhausted to do anything but surrender to rest. The tool doesn't matter. What matters is the intention, to consciously decide that before you sleep, you will put down the burdens of the day so you can awaken with a clean slate. You must find your way to put aside the problems before they become a permanent part of your inner landscape. Because right now, everything feels like it's moving in slow motion, or perhaps too fast to keep up. That disorientation is a sign of deep internal reflection. Whether you are aware of it or not, your soul is processing, integrating, and preparing you for a monumental leap. The confusion you feel, especially about a relationship or your life's path, is a sacred part of this process. It's the fog that descends before a new landscape is revealed. The key, the absolute key, is to not force anything. The more you push for clarity, the more you try to control the outcome, the more you will be met with resistance. Surrender, Taurus, not to defeat, but to the wisdom of the process. Let's look at the heart of this confusion, which is so often found in love. The Lover's card in reverse speaks of this disconnection, this profound sense of being misunderstood. It's the feeling of having drifted away from someone you once held so dear, or perhaps from a version of yourself you once loved. There may be regret in the air, perhaps from another who now sees what they have lost, or perhaps your own regret for the ways you have silenced yourself. A decision is looming, a choice between letting go completely, closing a chapter with love and finality, or giving a connection another chance, but on entirely new terms. Do not rush this. The answer will come not from your mind, but from the quiet, truthful space within your heart when you finally stop asking it to be practical. And as this inner world shifts, the outer world responds. The Wheel of Fortune, again, promises that your situation is changing, improving. The difficult period is ending. Good news is on the horizon, especially in your career and finances. The universe is conspiring in your favor, working behind the scenes to align opportunities that resonate with the new you. And then there is the Empress, the embodiment of growth, fertility, and lush, beautiful prosperity. If you have been waiting for a sign that your efforts matter, this is it. Something you have been longing for is on its way to you. Whether it is a deeper love, financial stability, or the fulfillment of a long-held dream, the universe is offering its support. Your power to create, to nurture, to manifest abundance is at its peak. This is not a time for doubt. It is a time for deep, unwavering belief in your own creative power. This is reinforced by the Knight of Pentacles, the card that is so quintessentially you, Taurus. It speaks of your hard work, your dedication, your patient and steady progress. This knight represents your persistence, your loyalty, your ability to build something solid and lasting. Even if progress feels agonizingly slow at times, know that every single step, every effort, is building a future that is unshakably secure. The rewards are coming, but there is a caution here, a sacred pause represented by the Hanged Man. This card indicates a period of suspension, of feeling stuck. It is crucial that you do not see this as a negative. This is not a punishment. It is an invitation. It is a time to reflect, to see things from a completely new perspective. You are being asked to let go of an old pattern, to make a sacrifice of your ego, your need for control, in order to move forward. This pause is the chrysalis. It may feel like stagnation, but it is the quiet, holy space where transformation occurs. Trust that this stillness will lead to the greatest change of all. And what is on the other side of that change? The Ten of Cups, the promise of a deep, lasting love filled with mutual understanding and emotional fulfillment. This is the potential that awaits when you do the hard work of releasing what is no longer true. This brings us to the core of it all: your emotional health. You have long prioritized your physical well-being, your material security, but you have treated your emotional world as a secondary concern, a place of dangerous vulnerability. When something happens, your instinct is to swallow it, to pretend you are fine, to hold it all together. But those unexpressed emotions, those silent griefs and frustrations, do not disappear. They become lodged in your body, leading to physical ailments, to a loss of focus, to a life that feels heavy and drained. Letting go is not a weakness, Taurus. It is a vital part of your health. At work, this is especially true. You may be losing your temper, feeling a surge of frustration when things don't go as planned. Those emotional outbursts are the cracks in your fortress, showing the pressure that has built up inside. It is time to change the way you respond to pressure, not by suppressing it more, but by addressing its root. You are valued at your job. They see your diligence, your dedication, your virtue. Your superiors may not be expressive, they may be gruff, but they want you there. Do not let your inner turmoil sabotage the stability you have worked so hard to create. And if you are looking for a new job, the principle is the same. You must knock on many doors, but you must also learn to discriminate. Your energy is a precious resource. Do not waste it on opportunities that are merely an illusion, on paths that do not resonate with your soul. You are intelligent, you are discerning. Focus your efforts only on what is truly viable, on what feels right in your gut, not just what looks good on paper. Financially, this is a time of incredible promise. The wheel is turning and a windfall is possible. A project may finally bear fruit, an unexpected opportunity may arise. This good fortune, however, is not a lottery ticket. It is the direct result of your hard work and discipline, as the Knight of Pentacles confirms. The cautious, strategic foundation you have been laying is about to pay off. And the Empress promises a time of abundance and growth. Your ability to manifest is strong, so focus on what you want to create, not what you fear. But again, the Hanged Man advises a pause. Be careful not to overspend in a moment of celebration. Reevaluate any major purchases or investments. This is a time to ensure your financial decisions align with your long-term emotional and spiritual goals, not just your immediate desires. Patience and mindfulness now will secure your prosperous future. In love, you may feel as if you are in a loop, repeating the same patterns, facing the same challenges you've faced in previous relationships. It's because you haven't yet broken the core cycle. You are being asked to reflect: how have your own actions, your own fears, your own silences led you to this point? To achieve the relationship you truly desire, you must break the pattern. Otherwise, you will forever begin in hope and end in the same quiet state of dissatisfaction. And if you are single, the wounds of a past love may still feel raw. You have been waiting for time to heal you, but time alone is not enough. You must be honest with yourself about what you are feeling. Accept the sadness, the anger, the longing. It is not about resuming communication with that person. It is about resuming communication with yourself. Only by being brutally honest about your own emotions can you create a space for a new, beautiful love to enter, one that is not haunted by the ghosts of your past. This healing energy extends to your family. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that dynamics are improving, tensions are resolving. An unexpected event may bring you all closer. The Empress energy encourages you to be the nurturer, to show your loved ones how much you care through acts of kindness and words of encouragement. Your efforts to foster emotional well-being will be returned to you tenfold. Ultimately, this all comes down to living in the present. This is the great lesson for you now, Taurus. When you can leave the past behind and stop anxiously trying to control the future, you will find a renewed sense of wonder in the now. If there is something you love, something you are passionate about, why put it off? Why defer your joy? The time is now. The greatest danger you face is allowing your stress and worry to warp your perception of time, to make you feel perpetually rushed or hopelessly stuck. Identify what is causing that stress and address it. You are a brilliant troubleshooter when you allow yourself to be. You do not like to complicate things, so solve it quickly. And when you feel a dynamic repeating, a situation that feels eerily familiar, recognize it as a signal. It is the universe showing you exactly where the pattern lies, giving you the opportunity, this time, to choose differently. If you are a student, remember that grades are not the goal. The acquisition of knowledge, the journey of becoming the excellent professional you are destined to be, that is the prize. Motivate yourself with the vision of your future self, because that person is brilliant. So, where does this leave you? It leaves you at a profound threshold. You are bidding farewell to an old self, the one that learned to protect itself with rigidity, silence, and hyper-independence. That version served you, it kept you safe, but it is now holding you back from the very life you yearn to live. You are no longer the child who had to be still to avoid chaos. You are an adult with power, with a voice, and with the sacred right to choose differently. And choosing differently begins now, by allowing yourself to feel without judgment, by letting things break if they no longer support your truth, by understanding that fear, when faced with awareness, transforms into wisdom and freedom. You are not losing anything of value. You are gaining your true self, lighter, more vibrant, and more real than ever before. What is on the horizon is monumental, because it is not just a change in circumstance, but a change in who you are. And from that place, from this new, authentic you, everything begins to flourish.